Right, guys, welcome to today's live stream. We are running a little bit late, so we're just going to start with the kickoff anyway. It's going to be Francois Steyn to get this game underway for us. And playing from right to left on the screen here is the Cheetahs. So the kickoff taken inside the 22, about 10 meters out from the try line of the Bulls. Miller Race has taken that ball in for the Bulls now. Keegan Johannes waiting for it. Goes with the box kick over the top, and into touch it goes. So roundabout between the 10 and the halfway line of the Cheetahs. Right, so we're quickly going to run through the teams as we go on. But just quickly, the back line of the Cheetahs: Cohen Jasper, Duncan Saul, Ivardi Bosman, Sia Masuka, Malcolm Jaar, Reinhard Fortuin, and Ruan Pienaar in the back line. And then in the forwards, Ntlali Mosi, Aiden Davis, Manus van der Merwe, Victor Sekakete, Reinier Bernardo, Ranus Kutsia, and also the number 2, which I couldn't get there. Let's just quickly have a look. Marnus van der Merwe and Skalk Pereira as the line-out now taken by the Cheetahs up to the 10-meter line of the Bulls. So it's Ruan Pienaar sets it up through the forwards. Pienaar, back it comes, Reinhard Fortuin. On the inside it goes. It's taken up there by Ivardi Bosov now. A chance through the forwards now as they go on. It's Reinier Bernardo who takes it in. Here they go. Francois Steyn with a long cut pass to Opa Mohoje. Just up over halfway they go. Now Ruan Pienaar again waiting for it. Fortuin out to the hooker who takes it up over the halfway line now. Pienaar again comes back and take it up there by Duncan Saul for the Cheetahs. Roundabout between the 10 and the halfway line of the Bulls now taken up by the Cheetahs again. Ruan Pienaar, Fortuin, flat pass to Bernardo. Right on the halfway line in the middle of the field now is the Cheetahs. Comes back Fortuin, back on the inside it goes again. Taken up there beautifully by Marnus van der Merwe. Now Ruan Pienaar with a little dart up over the 10-meter line in the middle of the field now. Quick ball needed for the Cheetahs. It's taken up through the forwards again. Again, it's Marnus van der Merwe now. Francois Steyn out wide. They go. Gideon van der Merwe gets it out to Opa Mohoje between the 10 and the 22-meter line of the Bulls now. Pienaar again. Out it comes. Big charge there from the number 8. It's Jandre Rudolph who took it in for the Cheetahs. Penalty to the Cheetahs side now. And it's in a very kickable position, right in the middle of the field between the 22 and the 10 of the Bulls. Right, so 3 minutes gone in this game. Ruan Pienaar looks like he's going to kick for the corner here as they set it up. Let's quickly go through the Bull side for today. Franco Kutsa, Quinton Norkia, Wanasila Simelani, Lionel Mapu, Kabela Makuna, Chris Smith and Keegan Johannes. So inside the 22, about 15 meters out from the Bulls try line now. The Cheetahs with the opportunity. Looking at the forwards, Miller Race and Tlali Mosi, Cameron Hanekom, Reinhard Ludwig, Jacques du Plessis, Robert Hunt, Jan Hendrik Wessels and Leeson Kaboka. Right, a chance now for them. Taken up by Sekakete for the Cheetahs now, as they start to drive this about 10 meters out from the try line. An opportunity here for the Cheetahs. About a good chance there from Manus van der Merwe, about 7 or 8 meters out now. Ruan Pienaar gets it back to Francois Steyn, who straightens the line for them. But quickly up over the ball is Miller Race, and he wins the penalty for the Bulls. 5 meters out from the Bulls try line in the middle of the field. It's an opportunity for the Bulls to clear their line. Albert Truter says this is a very good Bulls side. Ruan Pienaar and Francois Steyn will have to play well if they want to win this one. And then Nikhil Lowe, are you being serious or sarcasm, Albert? Albert also says Bulls have had a rough start to the competition, but I think they will do it today. Right, so the throw in now for the Bulls, and it's Jan Hendrik Wessels to throw this one in for this Bulls side. They're about on the 10-meter line of the Bulls here, and an opportunity for them. So line out to the Bulls. On the 10-meter line, inside Bulls territory on the right-hand side of the field. 5 minutes gone in this one. Jan-Hendrik Wessels with a throw in then. It's well taken there by Miller. Race at the back now, up over the 10-meter line they go, inside Bulls territory. As Keegan Johannes now waits for it. Looks like he's going to go with a box kick over the top. No, it's not. He's going to pass it out, and here they come now. Vladi Mossi, who takes it up for the Bulls. 5 meters inside their own half as the Bulls now. Keegan Johannes again waiting for it. Now comes back to Jock Duplessis. Still between the 10 and the halfway line here of the Bulls. Keegan Johannes going with the box kick over the top. The chase now coming. It's very well taken there by the Cheetahs. And it's an opportunity now for them as Malcolm Yard came away with it. Comes back Reinhard Fortuin, flat pass to Bernardo. On the 10-meter line of the Cheetahs now in the middle of the field. Pienaar gets it back to Frans Steyn. Puts it on the boot looking for the 50-22. And that's going to go directly into touch. All the way back between the 10 and the 22 of the Cheetahs. An opportunity for the Bulls very early on in this one. So Cohen Jasper, Daniel Kasende, Robert Jebison, Frans Steyn. Let's just quickly update this team as it looks like the Cheetah side is not correct for this one. Let's quickly update that one for you. Had to rush with load shedding today, so apologies there. The Bulls will now throw this one in about 5 meters outside of the 22 of the Cheetahs. A chance now early on for this Bulls side to get the lead on to this Cheetah side. Jan-Hendrik Wessels with a throw in, finds the front now. Oh, it's been slapped down by Jean-André Rudolph and a penalty to the Bulls. 5 meters outside of the 22 here. The opportunity now for the Bulls to kick this to the corner. Right, so the kick to the corner then. And it's about 10 meters out from the try line here for the Bulls. Musa Boss asked Mr. Guru, what's happening with the Kuya? What's going on? We're eating beef patties tonight. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Bulls world at the moment, but they definitely will get better in time. Jake White is a very clever guy, so don't throw them away just yet as they go with the driving maul. Here's a chance now. It's Morsi who takes it up just 5 meters up, but it looks like the Cheetahs have stolen that ball. But into touch they go, and it's going to be a line out to the Bulls again, 5 meters out from the try line. Right, so here's the updated side for the Cheetahs. Cohen Jasper at fullback, then Daniel Kasande and Munir Hartzenberg on the wings, with Robert Everson and Frans Steyn in the midfield. Then Reinhard Fortuin and Rohan Pienaar at halfback combination with the forwards Jean-André Rudolph, Mahoche and Gideon van der Merwe, Victor Sikakete, Reinhard Bernardo, Henkes van Wyk, Marnus van der Merwe and Skalk Ferreira. Right, the throw in Jan-Hendrik Wessels, find Miller Race. Here comes the driving maul from the Bulls now. 8.5 minutes gone in this one. Controlled at the back by Jan-Hendrik Wessels. The driving maul from the Bulls now. And he spins out of the tackle. Oh, as he knocked that ball on over the try line. I think Jan-Hendrik Wessels have knocked that one on. We are going to go upstairs to have a look here. Judge Wenny, the referee for today's game, is going to go upstairs to have a look. But I think almost Jan-Hendrik Wessels have knocked that ball on. We'll have a look now. But I think it's either going to go two ways. Either he dotted the ball down and lost control afterwards, or he lost control in the downward movement to go for the try there. Albert Ritter says, go Jan-Hendrik. Michelle, sorry, I know some of the, well, we got a lot of new subscribers this month already. So with the live commentary, we're only doing commentary on the games. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to show any live footage of the games. So only the commentary for this one. Mursaba says, Munir, I think he's the older brother of Suleiman, all coming from the Proudest Cape. Yeah, I think you might be right with that one. So let's have a look here. Oh, they're first looking at something else here. Not sure. They're looking for obstruction from the bulls in the line out first. That looks fine to me. Why they would want to go, oh, no. In fact, it's going to be no try, and we might even see a penalty here to the Cheetahs. So, or wasn't it thrown in straight? I don't have any audio with me at the moment, but let's see what... yeah, it's a free kick to the Cheetahs then, so not thrown in straight by Jan-Hendrik Wessels to start off with. And that's a big let-off for the Cheetahs there. As Francois Steyn now to kick this downfield for the Cheetahs. He's not going to find touch, and chance now for the Bulls to counter-attack from the 10-meter line inside their own half. Go high up into the air with a kick there. It's Cohen Jasper who takes it beautifully on the 10-meter line for the Cheetahs. Just short of the halfway line now. Penalty to the Cheetahs. Player going off their feet there. It's the number 6 for the Bulls. Cameron Hanekom, who went off his feet and gives away the penalty. Francois Steyn now with a kick downfield, and that's going to find touch about 15 meters out from the try line. So now it's a chance for the Cheetahs to go on the attack here. Still 0-0 at the moment here between the two sides. As it's Marnus van der Merwe now to throw this one in for the Cheetahs, 15 meters out from the try line. A great opportunity for the Cheetahs now to hit back after the Bulls nearly scored the opening try of the game. Taken by Mohache, slapped back. Marnus van der Merwe managed to pick that loose ball up. Still about 15 meters out now. Francois Steyn straightening it up for the Cheetahs in the middle of the field. Quick ball needed now. Another penalty to the Cheetahs, and again, hands in the ruck from the Bulls. Jacques du Plessis getting penalized there. So lots of penalties being given away by the Bulls early on. Still 0-0, and this one run in front. Ruan Pienaar will have a shot at goal here. So we should have the Cheetahs 3, the Bulls 0 after this kick. Going through that Bulls team lineup again. Franco Knutse, Quinwin Norkia, Wandisile Similani, Lionel Mapu, Kabela Makuna, Chris Smith, Keegan Johannes, forwards Miller Reis, Mtlali Mosi, Cameron Hanekom, Reinhard Ludwig, Jacques du Plessis, Robert Hunt, Jan-Hendrik Wessels, and Lisan Gaboka as that penalty goes over. So the Cheetahs 3, the Bulls 0 at the moment. We've had 11 minutes of play. Mursaba says, sorry to say, but Jan-Hendrik Wessels is not a hooker. He's been under the tutelage of the great Bismarck, but he's getting nowhere. Undisciplined, and it doesn't look like he's working hard. Well, I think he started his career as a prop forward, so we'll see. Let's wait a little bit, because a lot has been said about this guy. From the kickoff, a little knock-on from the Cheetahs, 5 meters out from their own 22, 5 meters from the left-hand touchline for the Bulls. Bernardo knocking that ball on for the Cheetahs. Disappointment there for the Cheetahs after just getting that 3-pointer. It's a chance now for the Bulls. 5 meters outside of the 22 of the Cheetahs. 5 meters from the left-hand touchline for the Bulls. It's going to be Keegan Johannes to throw this one in. Don't forget, we've got the Stormers game later tonight at 9:30 South African time, when they take on Leinster, who's the table leaders at the moment. Keegan Johannes off the back gets it out to Lionel Mapu. Gets stopped on the 22-meter line, about 10 meters out from the left-hand touchline. Now Jacques du Plessis with the drive. Slow ball coming back now, and the penalty to the Bulls there. Coming in from the side is the Cheetahs. So hopefully they can set up another good attacking line out here. Albert says, I think Jan-Hendrik will become a Springbok soon, but I agree, he needs to improve his game. Absolutely, he came onto the block with a flash and then just kind of disappeared down the line a little bit. But expect big things from the youngster. The Bulls are going to have a shot at goal here from between the 10 and the 22-meter line, about 10 meters out from the left-hand touchline. An opportunity to level the scoreboard here after about 13 minutes of play. Right, so lining it up here is Keegan Johannes, who's going to do the goal-kicking duties today for the Bulls. Important kick for this Bulls side to just get that momentum back on their side. Right, so Keegan Johannes then with the attempt here. And that's going to be well wide to the right of the post. So the scoreboard remained 3-0. And it's very strange that the Bulls side, after all of this, don't have a recognized goal kicker at the moment. As Francois Steyn restarts that one. It's a deep kick in from him that bounces a couple of times just outside the 22. And now here comes a counter-attack from the Bulls now. Smith takes it up through Kasande. It's Lisa Kaboka who gets man and ball roundabout between the 10 and the halfway line inside Bulls territory. Will that ball come back quickly? Keegan Johannes, Smith again now. It's Lionel Mapu on the back foot here up to the 10-meter line. The ball spills out. But it's going to be another penalty to the Bulls. Hands in the ruck from Sekakete there. Mikhail Lowe says, but listening to Guru is a treat. Reminds me of you, Bladen. Thanks for the compliment, Miguel. Really appreciate it, man. Right, so line out on the 22-meter line here for the Bulls. On the right-hand side of the field here for them. 14, almost 15 minutes gone in this first half. The Cheetahs lead by 3-0 at the moment. The Bulls have looked very strong early on in this game, but haven't been able to capitalize on the opportunities. Jan-Hendrik Wessels to the back to Miller Race. Off the back they come now. A chance Lionel Mapu again. Just up over the 22, but held up. And Gideon van der Merwe has ripped that ball. But it's going to be another penalty here as Lionel Mapu's feet was already, or knee was already on the floor, says Judge Wenny. So a chance now for the Bulls again. And this time it looks like they're going to kick for the corner here. So they find touch just about 7 meters out from the try line of the Cheetahs now, and a chance here for them. Franke Knutse kicking that ball to the corner. Jan-Hendrik Wessels to throw this one in for them. To the front they go, and it's well taken in there by Cameron Hanekom. The Bulls go on the driving ball. They're 2 meters out from the try line now. Can they do this? Jan-Hendrik Wessels at the back. Oh, it's been ripped by the Cheetahs and kicked downfield. The chase is on now for the Bulls, but it's Knutse who gets back for it. Gets the pass out now. Here comes a chance for the Bulls now. Similani on the 10-meter line of the Cheetahs. He's brought down beautifully by Francois Steyn there. Now chance here they come again. Jacques Duplessis. Can they make this count as the Bulls now? Smith back to Kaboka. He gets stopped right in the middle of the field on the 10-meter line. Johannes again. Smith with a kick. Not a very good kick. Caught there beautifully by the Cheetahs, and a kick downfield from Jasper Cohen. Not going to find touch. And now it's a chance for the Bulls on the 10-meter line. Inside their own half. Going with a little chip kick over the top is Chris Smith. But he's manhandled there by the Cheetahs defense. Into touch about 5 meters inside of the Bulls half. And a little bit of a scuffle going on there between the players. Chris Smith, obviously, last season was still playing for the Cheetahs. So it's going to be a line out to the Cheetahs, 5 meters inside the Bulls half. James says, she's the discipline from both sides are really poor. Absolutely, James, so far. No discipline shown by either side. Shark Brain says, yes, Chomuleket. Like a shark brain. Gordon McIntyre says, come on, Cheetahs. Billis seems to have lost the plot. And then Boosabas, please, Mr. Gurus. Richie McCaw quality. You Bladen is Marco van Staren quality. There's no comparison. Thanks, Boosabas. Michael Fourie says, come Cheetahs. So the throw in now from Manus van der Merwe here. He's going to find Opa Mohoche now. It's Ruan Pinar taking up the charge. There was Gideon van der Merwe on the halfway line. Pinar again. Good defense from the Bulls there, stopping Robert Eberson. Now Frans Steyn, another charge here from them all. Great defense there on the left winger. It's Munir Hartzenberg who got tackled, and it's turnover ball now for the Bulls. It's taken up by Jan Hendrik Wessels. Now it's Keegan Johannes, caught on the 10-meter line by Jandre Rudolph. But the ball comes back for the Bulls now as it's taken up on the 10-meter line of the Cheetahs now. Keegan Johannes. Again, they come now. Similani. Oh, hospital pass there. But the ball exposed to the back and taken up by the Bulls again on the halfway line. Good counter ruck here from the Cheetahs, nearly winning that ball. But Lionel Mapu gets the ball out. Now it's taken up by Robert Hunt on the halfway line for the Bulls. They need a scrum half now. It's going to be Similani at scrum half. Gets it out to Chris Smith, who goes high up into the air. The chase now coming from the Bulls again. And nearly taken by him. It's Francois Steyn has done well. He's going to kick this again downfield. Nobody at the back. One bounce. Chris Smith has gone back for it for the Bulls just outside the 22. Kicks that ball downfield straight into the hands of Francois Steyn again on the 22-meter line. Looking for another big kick from Francois Steyn straight down the middle. It's going to roll over the try line now, taken up by Knutse, who's going to kick it, and is going to find touch roundabout between the 10 and the 22 of the Bulls. So massive advantage there from Francois Steyn with that kick. Almost 20 minutes gone in this one. Dirk van Beingaard says, go Bulls. So 3-0. The Cheetahs lead the Bulls at the moment after 20 minutes, and we've got a player down, so we're going to have a stoppage in time. Looks like Keegan Johannes has stayed down for the Bulls, but he's back on his feet now. It's going to be vital for the Bulls today is the number 9, Keegan Johannes. Replacement for today is, let's just have a look here. Bernard van der Linde, I think, is the replacement scrum half. So a lot of inexperience there for the Bulls in that department today. Shark Rain, the gambler, says, I got a bet in under 60 points here. Looks like it's spot on. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's going to be a tough one, Shark Rain. Currie Cup tends to be a high-scoring affair. So I would say it's going to be nip and tuck for you on that bet. So Bernard van der Linde is now onto the field for the Bulls. And that's a bad injury here for the Bulls early on in this one. As Sikakete takes it in now. Gideon van der Merwe, Frans Steyn sets it up about 5 meters outside of the 22, but I think he's lost the ball. Yeah, no, in fact, it's going to be a penalty against the Bulls there. It's going to be the number 6 is going to be penalized, Cameron Hanekom, for playing that ball on the ground. So now Ruan Pinars puts it into the touch around about 10 meters out from the try line. Yeah, so coming in from the side is the call there. I think it's a very close call from Judge Wenny there. Could have gone either way. But the Cheetahs now with an opportunity here. Sikakete takes it in again. Now the Cheetahs with the driving ball. This looks solid. Over they go. It's a try to Gideon van der Merwe. And I think they might go upstairs to have a look at the obstruction here. But yeah, they are going to go upstairs to have a look at this one like they did with the Bulls one. Let's see what is going to be the situation. Mursabah says, Stormers, we love you with all your hearts. We really adore you for the rugby you play, the best in the world and the mightiest by far. Stormers, 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 says Mursabah. Jean Leroux says something really wrong at the Bulls. I think Buckies need to go give everyone, including staff, a lekker warm wake-up clap. And then Shark Brain asks, who are you doing Leicester versus Stormers tonight? Absolutely, we will be doing that one tonight. So they are referring, or gone up to the TMO to have a look at obstruction here. Is this something new that they're going to have an emphasis on? Because it's going to slow down the game tremendously if they do that. Right, so nothing wrong with that, I would say. The maul was formed perfectly. The bulls came in wheeling that maul, and from there the Cheetahs went on the drive, and all the players were still binded at that time, except for the number 3 might have been, he might be getting penalized here. It's well, Henkes van Wyk might get penalized here. Yeah, it's going to be truck and trailer. So try disallowed there, and the score will remain 3 points to 0. Or what? Let's have a look. Have the try. The try has been awarded. Yes, it has. So a bit of confusion there, but the try has been awarded, and it's 8 points to 0 then to the Cheetahs. Looked like for a second that they were not gonna award the try there. So either way, it's a try to the Cheetahs, and it's 8 points to 0 then. 21 minutes played in this game. James sê Stormers gaan geklap word vanaand. Kom ons hoop nie so nie, James. Kom ons hoop die Stormers kan die Suid-Afrikaanse vlag hoog vlieg vanaand. So the conversion from the Cheetahs have gone over, I think. Let's just have a look here. So 10 points to 0 it is then to the Cheetahs after about 21 and a half minutes gone. Chris Smith then to restart this game for us from the halfway line. Bounces once and into the hands of Francois Steyn just outside the 22 of the Cheetahs now. Ruan Pienaar waiting for this ball to come out. Taken up by Opa Mohoje, 5 meters outside of the 22 in the middle of the field. As it looks like Ruan Pienaar is going to go with the box kick over the top now for the Cheetahs. Goes high into the air. The chase now coming from Daniel Kasande. It's well taken by Miller Race on the halfway line for the Bulls. So, it's going to be a penalty against the Bulls. They're holding on the ground. And it's Jandre Rudolph who has got the penalty there for them. Yaku Robertson says, hi, how's it going, Yaku? Hope you're well. It's 10 points to 0 to the Cheetahs at the moment. And Francois Steyn now from the halfway line to kick this downfield. He will find a massive touch finder about 10 meters out from the try line. And a chance now again for the Cheetahs. The Bulls will have to defend this really, really, really well. Let's hope they can defend this. Right, so it's Barnes van der Merwe, the front, finds Sekakete. Here comes the Cheetahs with the driving maul now. Still about 10 meters out. It's going nowhere at the moment for them. So they're going to have to get this out real soon. Now Pienaar gets it out to Francois Steyn. Held up well in the tackle by Chris Smith. Here they come again, Barnes van der Merwe. 10 meters out, Ruan Pienaar. Opa Mohoje. Still 10 meters out, right in the middle of the field here for the Cheetahs. It's Reinhard Fortuin with a switch inside to Eberson. The ball spills out loose, and now it's Lionel Mapu with a kick downfield. The bounce of the ball taken beautifully by the Bulls. Now it's and a chance for Jan-Hendrik Wessels. He's going to get the try for the Bulls in the corner. A brilliant try to the Bulls. And it's a bit of luck, the bounce of the ball working kindly for them. The ball was taken by Francois Knutse. First by Quinwin Norkia, then the pass on the inside to Franco Knutse, the pass back to Jan-Hendrik Wessels, and he gets the try for the Bulls. A brilliant comeback for this Bulls side here. Robert Eberson unable to keep hold of that ball. Oh no, they're going to come back for this one. I think Knutse was in front of the kicker there. But let's see if the try stands or not. But I think almost that the player might have been in front of the kicker there. The try stands though. And it's going to be Knutzer to try and convert this one for the Bulls from the right-hand corner here. Bit of luck going the way there of the Bulls. James, come on, Bulls. Yes, man. And Jaco Robertson, the Rugby Championship, Springbok versus All Blacks 2023. That's going to be a big one. Oh, the great kick there from Knutzer. And it's gone over. So Cheetahs 10, the Bulls 7. Why didn't they let him kick the first time round? So 10 points to 7 it is then. And it's a 3-point game here, with the Cheetahs leading by 10 points to 7 here, with 14 minutes to play in the first half. Cheetahs 10, Bulls 7. Oh, the restart from the Cheetahs looks like it haven't gone the 10 meters, or it has been kicked in. No, not quite sure what happened there, but it is going to be a scrum on the halfway line here for the Cheetahs. Not quite sure what happened there. No, it is going to be a Bulls one. So that ball either didn't travel 10 or went out directly into touch. We didn't have any footage of that one. So Bernard van der Linde then to feed this one in for the Bulls on the halfway line. Bernard van der Linde, the replacement scrum half on for Keegan Johannes as that scrum goes up again, and we will have a reset scrum. Moorsebaar says, damn, Cheetahs got a real ouer days going. Eberson, Francie, and Pinar. They even have an Opa as well. Damn, what? They player coaches or what? Lots of O-flace. Have to agree on that one, Moorsebaar. But that's what happens, unfortunately, when all your brightest talent gets bought by the bigger unions or going overseas and trying to play your trade that side. And the Cheetahs just unfortunately have to do with all the Opas, unfortunately. Bernard van der Linde then with the feet to the scrum again for the Bulls, right on the halfway line. Oh, that scrum goes down, but the referee says play on as they get it up now. Chris Smith with a kick. Oh, it's hit one of the Cheetahs players, and the bounce of the ball not kind for the Bulls. Kicked ahead by Bernardo. Going back for it is the Bulls now about 10 meters up from their own try line. Have managed to secure this ball. Oh, no, they've knocked it on, and it's going to be a penalty against the Bulls as Lisa Nkaboka has touched that ball. And it's going to be a ridiculous yellow card as well. No, I don't agree with that one. It's going to be Miller Race is going to get the yellow card there. So not quite sure about that decision from the referee. Yellow card to Miller Race. So he probably tried to play the player in the offside position there as the Cheetahs go for the corner 5 meters out from the try line. 10 points to 7 the score at the moment. Bad luck there for the number 8 Miller Race for the Bulls side here. The throw in from Arnes van der Merwe finds Sikaket there now, and here comes the driving ball from the Cheetahs again, and over they go. Arnes van der Merwe gets the try. 15 points to 7 it is. So the Cheetahs now with their second try of this game. Both tries coming from a driving ball for the Cheetahs. First Gideon van der Merwe, now Manus van der Merwe. So the two van der Merwe's working in tandem there to get the two opening tries for the Cheetahs here. The Bulls one was purely through the run of play, with the bounce of the ball terribly after the kick downfield collected by Knutzer and Quinwin Norkier. So Ruan Pino now from just outside the 22, about 20 meters from the left-hand touchline, to try and get this conversion for the Cheetahs. It's 15 points to 7 at the moment. Pino lining this one up for the Cheetahs. 17 points it could be after this conversion. 15 to 7 with about 12 minutes to play in this first half. Let's have a look at that conversion. It's going to go to the, it's going to hit the upright. And the score will remain 15 points to 7 with the Bulls now one player in the bin here. Professional foul from about 10 meters out from the try line have given Miller Race that that yellow card. So a chance now with 10 minutes to go to take advantage of that yellow card for the Cheetahs, but they couldn't secure the ball from the kickoff. Oh, nearly intercept there from the Bulls and for the try, but a little knock on from the blindside flanker there, Cameron Hanekom. It's going to be a scrum down to the Cheetahs, 10 meters out from their own try line. It was sloppy from the Cheetahs. Francois Steyn collected that ball, threw the ball widely, and Hanekom nearly took that ball and scored a try. But the Cheetahs survived that again. So Bernard van der Linde is going to go off the field, and Keegan Johannes is going to come back onto the field. So that's good news for the Bulls side here. With 10 minutes to play in this first half, it's a scrum down to the Cheetahs on the right-hand side of the field for them. 10 meters out from their own try line. The Bulls need a big scrum if they're going to upset this Cheetahs side here. Let's see if they can cause a little bit of trouble for them. 15 points to 7 at the moment. Ruan Pienaar to feed this one into the scrum for the Cheetahs. 15 points to 7 it is. 10 meters out from the Cheetahs try line, 5 meters from the right and touch line. Ruan Pienaar to feed this one in for the Cheetahs. Right, so solid scrum from both sides there as Pienaar gets it out to... it's been knocked on by Reinhard Fortuin now, and Lionel Mapu has collected that ball about 5 meters out from the 22 for this Bulls side. Oh, it's going to be a penalty against the Bulls there, so I'm not sure what happened there. Wasn't there a knock-on from Reinhard Fortuin? So let's just... another 10 meters for back-chatting to the referee there. And that's really poor discipline from the Cheetahs, from the Bulls. Should have done better. But I think Judge Weni might have judged that ball was ripped out of the hands of Reinhard Fortuin instead of a knock-on from him. So, again, a little bit of luck there for the Cheetahs. A couple of calls going badly against the Bulls at the moment, but it is part of the game, and they're only human after all. The kick downfield from Francois Steyn, and that's going to find touch 10 meters out from the try line. Mursabas says Stormers going to beat these Irish. We up for this game. Stormers by 9. Well, the Stormers should really be doing this because it's the B team of the Leinster side, resting all their key players. It's just come back from international duty. So if there's a game that they can win, that's the one that they should be looking to win. The Cheetahs now with the driving ball, 10 meters out from the try line. It's ripped on the back. Manus van der Merwe, 5 meters out from the try line. 5 meters away from the right and touchline. Ruan Pienaar gets it out to Jean-André Rudolph, but he's bundled into touch beautifully by Jan-Hendrik Wessels. Although Jean-André Rudolph has claimed that he scored the try here, we might be going upstairs again. Wow. Jean-André Rudolph claims try. Jan-Hendrik Wessels think he's made an awesome tackle. James says, how can this ref blow a Currie Cup game? All the games I've watched from him was really poor. Yeah, he's made 2 vital mistakes so far, I would say, in this game. He hasn't made too many mistakes, but at 2 mistakes, I think it has proved vital so far in this game. Right, let's have a look here. Jean-André Rudolph claims try. Can't see it from this angle, though. Well, it wasn't Jan-Hendrik Wessels who made the tackle. In fact, it was the number 11 there, Cabello Makuna, who had to take on Jean-André Rudolph there in the tackle. So from the angle that we see here, we can't see a clear grounding of the ball. Let's have a look from this angle, though. Nah, can't really say that that's a try. So the on-field decision was no try. So there's no clear evidence that is a try. It's going to be a line-up to the Bulls. Can either be called a knock-on or a line-up to the Bulls. So, yeah, it's been deemed to have been knocked on by Jean-André Rudolph. And we will have a 5-meter scrum for the Bulls. Musabar says it's a try all day and all night. Queer looks like they're going to get a puck tonight. Nah, don't start, Musa. There was no clear evidence of a try there. Right, 5-meter scrum here to the Bulls. 5 meters outside of their own try line here. Can they defend their own try line? Here's the Bulls. Keegan Johannes to feed this one in for the Bulls. We've got 9 minutes left in this first half. Big scrum this time from the Bulls. They win the penalty. And some really good relief there for the Bulls. Right, so Chris Smith now to kick this downfield here for them. Standing up in the scrum was the call against them. The kick downfield now from Chris Smith. Can he find touch with this one? He is going to find the touch right on the halfway line. That's an absolute brilliant kick from him. And now the Bulls from the halfway line. Can they attack from here on in? Jan-Hendrik Wessels to throw this one in for them. Right, so Jan-Hendrik Wessels from the halfway line. Well, God, it's been stolen by the Cheetahs now, but Ruan Pienaar bundled into touch. So it will be another line out to the Bulls. A little bit disappointing there for them as Reinhard Ludwig unable to control that ball in the line out as well. Oh, what's the call from the referee now? It is going to be a line out to the Bulls. Grenville Mallet says it's actually disgusting the support the Stormers are getting. The Springbok coaching staff helping them against Leinster. No, rugby union gets that. Klink 'n bietjie na suurdrywe Grenville, maar ek kry jou punt. Right, so the Cheetahs have stolen another line out, and now they kick this downfield inside the 22 of the Bulls now. Under pressure, Similani. Oh, the ball is going to be stolen by the Cheetahs, but a penalty against them for diving off their feet. So a penalty to the Bulls on the 22-meter line. Morne Versace says die flou bulle op die oomblik. En dan Musaba's queer waste you on his talented scrummy. That boy looks like a 10. I say put him at 10. Chris Smith is a good average provincial 10. He'll never be a test 10. Johannes could be marvelous at 10. Nathan Barker says hello from Huddersfield. UK always love the Currie Cup. High standard of rugby every year. The kick downfield from the Bulls, fine touch on the halfway line. So it's still a close game here, 15 points to 7. But it does seem like the Cheetahs have the overhand or the upper hand at the moment here between the two sides. Line out on the 10-meter line inside Cheetahs half now. Jan-Hendrik Wessels with a throw into the back to Mossi. The maul set up by the Bulls now. Can they get it going for them? No, they can't. So that ball needs to come out now. Keegan Johannes waiting for it. Gets it back now. Mossi again. Also a former Cheetah player. Johannes still waiting for that ball. Comes out now. Leeson Kaboka. Penalty advantage to the Bulls on the 10-meter line of the Cheetahs. The referee blows on the whistle and gives the penalty to the Bulls. Decision time now for them with 5 minutes to play in this first half. James says, as a big Bull supporter all my life, I cannot understand why the Bulls struggle to defend mauls. They pride themselves on a forward-based team. So they are going to have a shot at goal here, are the Bulls. So not confident going for that line out and trying to maul that over. It's going to be Knutzer to have a shot at goal here for the Bulls. From between the 10 and the 22 inside the Cheetahs territory. Oh, no, excuse me. From the 10-meter line of the Cheetahs. He struck it well. Oh, it's going to go to the right of the post. So another three-pointer goes a begging there for the Bulls. Could have been 13 by now. So 15 points to 7 it remains. A little dropout here from Francois Steyn. As the Cheetahs have recovered that ball now. Opa Mohoche takes it up between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Inside Cheetahs half. Pienaar again. Now gets it out. Francois Steyn. Beautiful hands. Reinhard Fortuin now trying to drive it up. Still just outside the 22 now. Pienaar waiting for it. Comes back to Francois Steyn and puts it on the boot. That's going to be a massive kick on the boot from Knutz, but well retained by the Cheetahs now on the 10-meter line of the Bulls. Some good play there now. Gideon van der Merwe, Sekekete, takes it up, puts it on the 10-meter line here for the Cheetahs. Pienaar now, back it comes Reinhard Fortuin. Francois Steyn again, another little kick downfield. That's going to roll. It's going to be caught there by the Bulls and they kick it downfield inside the 22. A massive kick from the Bulls, finding touch just outside the 22, but Cohen Jasper throws it in quickly now. Finds Ruan Pienaar, back to Cohen Jasper. He's going to try and have a run here. Gets caught on the 10-meter line of the Cheetahs, though, by Chris Smith, but the Cheetahs secure that ball beautifully. Now Bernardo out to Kasande on the 10-meter line of the Cheetahs now. Can the Cheetahs secure this ball right on the right-hand side of the field? Big defense there from Robert Hunt. Pushing the Cheetahs back to between the 10 and the 22 inside their own half. Pienaar again now. Steyn again goes with a little grubber kick through, but Similanius read that well. Gets that ball on the halfway line. Now the Bulls in position on the halfway line. Comes out to Knutz, puts it on the boot. And that's not gonna find touch and mark made by Cohen Jasper. 15 meters out from the Cheetahs try line. 5 meters out from the right and touch line. Right, so Cohen Jasper now with the kick downfield. Not going to find touch, and it's knocked on by the Bulls. Chris Smith knocks it on 5 meters outside of the 22, and that's a terrible mistake from the new Bulls fly off. Remember, it's not the Chris Smith that we know. It's Chris Smith from the Cheetahs now playing for the Bulls. Boers says, what are you talking about? Already thinking of playing the Irish at the World Cup. It would be silly not to test Leinster with the majority of Irish test team. Changes, you think, my man. Right, so a scrum down to the Cheetahs between the 22 and the 10. 5 meters from the right and touch line here. Ruan Pienaar to feed this one in for the Cheetahs with about 2 minutes to play in this first half. Ruan Pienaar now to feed this one in. Can the Cheetahs strike again before halftime? Now Ruan Pienaar gets it out to Kasande. He's going to straighten the line 5 meters outside of the 22 in the middle of the field. Jandre Rudolph, Reinhard Fortuin now. Cohen Jasper, he's knocked it on. But they're going to come back for another penalty to the Cheetahs. Offside from the Bulls. And I'm sure Francois Steyn or Ruan Pienaar is going to try and kick this to the corner now. 15 points to 7. With about a minute to go in this first half here. It's going to be a line out 5 meters out from the try line here for the Cheetahs. And one feels if they have to score now, it's going to be really difficult for this Bulls side to come back into this game. 5 meters out from the try line on the right-hand side of the field. Marnus van der Merwe now with a throw into this line out. Right, here they come. It's another penalty advantage for the Cheetahs as that ball has been sacked. So, trouble here for the Bulls. They've already had one yellow card. They can't afford another one. Grenville Mallet says, not Sierdrever, but have you ever seen the Bok coaches helping Sharks, Lions, or Bulls against the overseas teams? No, in fact, I haven't seen it, Grenville, but I know there was a time when the coaches helped out the EP Kings as well, and I think there was another occasion where they helped out somebody. But it's always good when SA Rugby and the franchises work together. regardless for who you support. I'm a Shark, and I feel your pain there. Here comes the Cheetahs now with the drive off the back corner, just a meter short of the try line. Bulls need to be careful not to give away that yellow card. Frans Steyn, oh, it's a poor pass to Reinhard Fortuin. Knocks it on, and here comes a counter from the Bulls now. 10 meters out from their own try line. The referee's going to call them back here for a knock on. Players diving off their feet. It seems there, says the referee. So we are going to go to halftime. And at halftime, it is 15 points to 7. And the Bulls can consider themselves very lucky to be only down by 8 points going into halftime. It's been a good first half, and we've seen 3 tries, 2 from the Cheetahs, 2 driving maul tries, 1 from Gideon van der Merwe, 1 from Manus van der Merwe, and then a try from the Bulls against the run of play for Jan Hendrik Wessels. Global Milan says the Bulls will come back in the second half. Let's hope so for the Bulls' sake. I always expected the Cheetahs to win this one, but you never know. It's Currie Cup rugby. Like I said last week or the week before, who would have expected the Pumas to trash the Bulls by such a big margin? And yeah, it's where youngsters get the opportunity to perform. And yeah, going through this team lineup so far, Franco Knutzer has looked really well for the Bulls from fullback. A guy like Kabela Makuna has shown that he can defend. Keegan Johannes is right up there trying to prove his worth. A guy like Miller Reis, who never really made that progress that I thought he would for this Bulls side. He's getting another opportunity. A guy like Mhlali Morsi and Cameron Hanekom getting their opportunity. Jan Hendrik Wessels haven't looked too bad. If you look at the Cheetah side so far, the likes of Cohen Jasper has been solid. Jean-Ray Rudolph playing really well. Gideon van der Merwe, Manus van der Merwe. There are a couple of standout players so far in this game who's been playing really good. But we'll see how it goes. Alfie Visser says Chris Smith is made like a center. Nou speel die blou bulle om bloskakel. Yeah, I wanted to say, I always saw him playing at the inside center for the Cheetahs, so I wasn't sure why they selected him at fly-off, but maybe they've got a plan with him. But we'll have to wait and see. So at halftime, 15 points to 7. I'm going to take a quick break, but when we do come back, we will be doing the second half, so don't go anywhere. Right, guys, we are back here for the second half of this game, and so far, yeah, it's not been the greatest of rugby by all means, and yeah, we've seen two tries from the Cheetahs, one by Gideon van der Merwe and one from Marnus van der Merwe, both coming off driving mauls, and then we got one try from the Bulls through the run of play, or against the run of play, for Jan Hendrik Wessels, who went over in the corner, running like a winger. So, yeah, he got the try for the Bulls. It's 15 points to 7. The Bulls have missed 2 penalty kicks, which could have made the score 15 points to 13. But then again, the Cheetahs missed an opportunity right at the end of the first half to score a try through a knock-on. So, yeah, the game could have been very different on both sides, really. So, looking at this one, I do have a poll up on the channel, guys, so do go and vote. Can the Bulls come back in the second half? We've had one vote so far, with the Bulls saying yes 100%. So do go out and vote there on the channel as well, as to see whether the Bulls can come back into this game or not. Let's just have a run through this team lineup, as I haven't had time in that first half to go through the teams. For the Bulls, then Franco Knutse has been solid at the back. Quinlan Nortje and Kabela Makuna, we haven't seen too much of them. Wandisile Similani and Lionel Mapu in the midfield. Similani has been very quiet, with Lionel Mapu having a good touch here and there throughout that first half. And then Chris Smith and Keegan Johannes in that halfback combination. Chris Smith not really living up to the expectation. Remember, it's not the Chris Smith that normally plays fly half. It's the one that was imported from the Cheetahs to play for the Bulls. So that's why it's Chris Barton Smith. And then Keegan Johannes has had a quiet game at number 9 as well. Miller Reis and Lali Mossi, along with Cameron Hanekom, have been really, well, they've not really done too much in that first half. Miller Reis getting that yellow card. Mossi nowhere really on the field, the same with Hanekom. Reinhard Ludwig has been quiet. Jacques du Plessis as well. The forwards, Robert Hunt, Lisa Kaboka, and Jan Hendrik Wessels have been solid, but not too much to report back on them as well. On the bench, Joe van Zyl, Jacques van Rooyen, Sebastian Lombard, Jean van der Westhuizen, Pumzile Makongwana, Bernard van der Linde, Adrian Joubert, and Jean Mostert to come. And with the Cheetahs, Cohen Jasper has looked good. Daniel Kasande and Munir Hartzenberg not getting a lot of chances in that first half. Robert Everson has been quiet. Francois Stein has been quite lively in that first half. A lot of grubber kicks, a lot of kicking. Made a mistake here and there as well, but he's looked the part today. And then Reinhard Fortuin and Ruan Pienaar in the halfback combination have been quite solid as well. Forwards-wise, Jean-André Rudolph playing a massive game. The Bocha Mohoche and Gideon van der Merwe lively as well, outplaying the Bulls Lustria at the moment. Then the locks, Victor Sekakete and Reinhard Bernardo. Bernardo has been really solid today so far, with the forwards Henkes van Wyk, Manus van der Merwe and Skalk Ferreira. Plenty of talent there as well. Marco Jansen van Rensburg, Jacqueni, Lawrence Victor, Sibabalo Ngoma, Daniel Martins, Ruan Creer, David Brits and Tapiwa Mafura still to come for them in the second half. So we are going to get this second half underway with the Bulls to kick off from right to left on my screen. So here we go for the second half, as it's taken in by Jean-André Rudolph. Just outside the 22 of the Cheetahs, now in the middle of the field. Ruan Pienaar gets the ball out to Francois Stein, who's going to kick it downfield. Not going to find touch. Finds Nortje now. Here's a chance now for Chris Smith. Chris Smith into a bit of space, up to the halfway line. Tries to pass out to Lionel Mapu, who puts it on the boot, straight down the field. And that ball is going to run all the way over the dead ball line. So they're going to come back for a scrum roundabout run about the halfway line. Right, so 15 points to 7. The Cheetahs are leading the Bulls at the moment. And it's a chance now for the Cheetahs to have a scrum 5 meters inside the half of the Bulls. Roundabout in the middle of the field. 15 points to the Cheetahs, 7 to the Bulls at the moment. First minute of the second half, and yeah, the errors continue for both sides, really. Ruan Pinar now to feed this one into the scrum for the Cheetahs. Now 20 meters out from the left-hand touchline here for the Cheetahs. So they do have a bit of room to move on the right-hand side of the field. Scrum goes down and we will have a reset scrum then. I must say with the Bulls side, it's a little bit disappointing. Big names like Lionel Mapu, Wandisile Simelane, guys like Jacques du Plessis and Leeson Kaboka not really proving their worth in this Bulls side at the moment. It's as if there's a bit of momentum that needs to be implemented into this Bulls side. It's not there. Chemistry is missing and they're just not playing as a unit at the moment. Well, we all know what the problem with the Cheetahs are. They should be a formidable side, but losing players all around, not able to maintain the squad that they have. Right, so the scrum feed from the Cheetahs now at the back, taken by Ruan Pinar. It's taken by Reinhard Fortuin, Francois Steyn with a long cut pass to Kasande. Kasande, oh, he gets past two Bulls defenders and really poor defense from the Bulls. All the way he goes up to about 10 meters out from the try line. Ruan Pinar now. Quick ball needed. Mohoja now. Fortuin. Out wide they go. Francois Steyn gets it out. Oh, poor pass there to Hartzenberg now. Still about 15 meters out from the try line is the Cheetahs now. Taken up by the forwards now. Quick ball needed, but they're going to come back for a penalty offside by the Bulls. What a wasteful opportunity there for the Cheetahs. But they do get a chance now to kick this to the corner again and set up a line out and get that driving maul going. 15 points to 7 it is. So Ruan Pinar to kick this to the corner here for them. We've had 3 minutes in the second half. That kick is going to find touch around about 10 meters out from the try line. Let's see what they can do. It's going to be Marnus van der Merwe to throw this one in for the Cheetahs. 10 meters out from the try line. Replacement on the field here for the Bulls. I think it's, well, let's just have a look here. Who's onto the field? I haven't said just yet. So we might see, I think it's Adrian Joubert or Jean Mostert who's on the field, taken by Bernardo now. From that line out, here comes the driving maul from the Cheetahs. Marnus van der Merwe controlling that ball at the back now. Here they start to move forward and over they go for another try here. Are they going to go upstairs to have a look at this one? It does look like they're going to go upstairs. So time is off on the clock. Might look for a little knock on or for obstruction again. Mursabas asking Mr. Guru, why don't the Bulls go fetch Devin Williams? That guy needs to play URC rugby. His talent gets wasted. He's a better 10 or 15 than all the Bulls and the Lions players. And I have to agree with you there, Mursabas. I'm surprised that Devin Williams have not yet been selected to play for one of the bigger unions because he's a quality player. So they're first going to check if the line-out throw was thrown in straight. So... yeah, doesn't look like that ball was thrown in straight from Marnus van der Merwe, and we might see no. So the try's been disallowed. Throw in not straight. It's going to be a line out or scrum to the Bulls then. So the referee being consistent on that call at least. So just so unfortunate, a lot of time waste on going upstairs to have a look for that every single time. So time is back on Chris Smith now to kick this downfield. Remember, it's only a free kick then to the Bulls as Chris Smith puts that on the boot, and that's a massive kick all the way up to the halfway line. Four minutes into this second half, scoreboard still 15 points to 7. Marnus van der Merwe to throw this one in for the Cheetahs. 4 minutes gone. Marnus van der Merwe with the throw in finds Jean-Ray Rudolph now, Ruan Pinar. Reinhard Fortuin, Francois Steyn gets man and ball. Lionel Mapu makes a really good tackle there. Now Pinar, Rudolph again. Cohen Jasper, Kasande getting tackled behind the advantage line now. The Cheetahs on their own 10-meter line gives away the penalty, holding on the ground, and it's a penalty to the Bulls. Boersebas says maybe Devin Williams must come home to the Stormers along with Kurtley Arends and Cannon Moody. You're pushing your luck again, Boersebas there. Don't steal all the Bulls players, man. Chris Smith kicks it to the corner about 15 meters out from the try line. It's an opportunity now for the Bulls. Well, they're going to have to use it. Otherwise, this game is going to get beyond them. But some really good defense from Miller Ace there on Daniel Kasande, pushing them back, and then the penalty given away by them. Jan-Hendrik Wessels finds Jean Duplessis, and was there a slap down from the Cheetahs here into touch? Might see another penalty come here for the Bulls. Yeah, it's a penalty to the Bulls for slapping that ball down from the Cheetahs, and lucky not to give away an early yellow card here in the second half for the Cheetahs. As Chris Smith kicks that to the corner, 10 meters out from the try line. So a deliberate knockdown there from the Cheetahs. 2-1 at the moment. Jan-Hendrik Wessels to throw this one into the force they go. Reinhard Ludwig takes it in. Oh, it's going to be a penalty against the Bulls there. Obstruction from them. And they've been very strict at line-out time, 5 meters out from the try line, is the referee for today. So the Cheetahs been awarded a penalty there. They've kicked it downfield to almost up to the halfway line now. James says Arends and Moody signed long-term contracts with the Bulls, so they will never play for the Stormers. Chances are better that they're going to go overseas, right, James? Right, so between the 10 and the halfway line, inside Cheetahs half now, it's going to be a line out to them. Taking their time to make their way to the line out. This Chakweni is now onto the field for the Cheetahs. Here comes the line out, taken well by Mahache. Now at the back, they formed the driving maul as the Cheetahs. Almost up to the halfway line they go. Still going as the Cheetahs now. This is a good driving maul from them. And still going Manus van der Merwe up to over the 10-meter line they go. Now Pinard, back it comes. Reinhard Fortuin out to Kasende. High tackle from the Bulls, penalty advantage now coming 5 meters outside of the 22. Manus van der Merwe. What a game this guy's having today. Now Pinard, Steyn, flat pass to Mahache. Oh, bumps off one. Up to the 22 they go. Now Pinard again, Francois Steyn, long carrot pass, Jasper Cohen, and here's a chance now for Meneer Hartzenberg, but he gets bundled into touch 5 meters out from the try line. Are they going to go back for that penalty, or is advantage over? Oh, what a bump off that was. The bus was full. Opa Mahache, they're not going to show that replay now, but what a bump off from him. They're not going to show it. So line up to the Bulls then, 5 meters out from their own try line. We've had 8 minutes in this one. Ludwig takes it in now. Keegan Johannes out to Chris Smith. Puts it on the boot and finds touch 5 meters inside the 22 of the Bulls. Line up to the Cheetahs. Boersebas also says, while we are at Ebenetsabet must come home as well. He looks out of place at the Pilchers. Hopefully, Peter Steph is coming home as well. Yeah, there's a good opportunity for him to come back as well. Francois Steyn down at the moment here for the Cheetahs, receiving some attention. He's had a really good game as well for the Cheetahs tonight. But the one guy who stood out for me so far is Manus van der Merwe, the hooker of the Cheetahs side. He's been solid. Good lineouts, good mauling, good tackling and good driving from him. Also, Henkes van Wyk receiving some attention for the Cheetahs. So plenty of players down there 8.5 minutes into this second half. Ja, imagine if the Stormers have to get back here Benetsabet and Pieterstad the Tway and Dwight Vermeulen. Just take the whole Springbok side with you, Mursabas, while you're at it. I know I'm the last one to say anything because the Sharks have basically done exactly that. So Frans Steyn is going to leave the field and David Brits is going to come on. So that's, I wouldn't say too much of a big loss here for the Cheetahs, as I kind of like the way David Brits play. He's a more natural center than I would say Steyn is. And then also onto the field back on is Nortje. So time back on is Bernardo. Sloppy line out here from the Cheetahs, picked up by Pienaar at the back, just outside the 22, right on the left-hand side of the field. The Cheetahs now in control of this. Gideon van der Merwe, pick up and go from him. Good support play here again now from the Cheetahs. Chakweni, he goes with the pick up and drive just outside the 22 now. Marnus van der Merwe with a leg drive. Beats one, goes up over the 22, 5 meters inside the 22 now. Ruan Pienaar now gets it out for Fortuin. Fortuin tries to go on his own now. Jean-André Rudolph, they're 10 meters out from the try line in the middle of the field. But it looks like the Bulls have stolen this ball on the ground. Brilliant steal on the ground from the Bulls. Now Keegan Johannes, Lionel Mapu goes with a little grubber kick through. The chase now coming, but well picked by Jasper Cohen. He's bundled into touch on the 10-meter line of the Bulls. Line up to this Bulls side. And with 10 minutes gone in the second half, it's still anybody's game at the moment. Yeah, it was well defended there at the back by the fullback of the Cheetahs, Jasper, or Cohen Jasper, who came back there to get that ball after that little grubber kick from Lionel Mapu. Good cover defense there. Jan-Hendrik Wessels now with a throw into this lineup for the Bulls on a 10-meter line inside their own half. On the left-hand side of the field. It's taken in by Miller Ace now. Bulls trying to get a maul going here. They're doing well with it now. Gets this maul going forward between the 10 and the halfway line now. Keegan Johannes will have to get this out. Goes to the box kick over the top. The chase coming from Akuna now, but Kasanda takes it beautifully. Goes into a gap here. Now he's going to need support. Finds a beautiful break there from the Cheetahs up to the 22-meter line at Jean-André Rudolph. Now they go. Reinhard Fortuin goes to the little cross kick here. It's going to work out brilliantly for them. And it's Meneer Hartzenberg over for the third try for the Cheetahs. A brilliant try from them. And it's trouble for the Bulls now. 20 points to 7 with a conversion to come. Meneer Hartzenberg gets his 12th Currie Cup try. And the Cheetahs now in control of this game. What a breakout from the Cheetahs there. Kasande took that beautifully, broke through a couple of defenders there. The support there from Robert Jeberson was brilliant. And then they cut back on the inside, got the pass out to Jean-André Rudolph. And then quick hands, Reinhard Fortuin with that little cross kick out to Meneer Hartzenberg, gets the try for them. Brilliant stuff from the Cheetahs. 20 points to 7 with a conversion to come. Achille Lowe says, damn it. Musa Boss says, never say never. Kurtley Arends and Moody Sons of the Cape. Right, so Ruan Pienaar then with the conversion attempt. Can he do this for them? Musa Boss says, here comes the pain, my kuya. It's not going to be pretty. It's the upright and back off. So 20 points to 7 it will remain with 28 minutes to play. I'm afraid this could be a 50, says Mursabas. So 20 points to 7. It's still 2 converted tries and the Bulls are back in this one. Let's see what the Bulls side can do. Let's see if they got a bit of character to show in this one. More replacements coming on for the Bulls now. Number 20 onto the field, Makongwana is coming onto the field for the Bulls then. 28 minutes to play in this one. Still anybody's game, I would say. The kickoff from Chris Smith. It's going to be collected by Bernardo on a 22-meter line. Ruck has been set here by the Cheetahs. Ruan Pino now waiting for it. It's taken up there by number 19 replacement for the Cheetahs. Then also on the field is Sivalo Ngoma. Ruan Pino going with a kick over the top and looking for touch here. Is going to find it on the halfway line. So line out to the Bulls on the halfway line here. 27 minutes to play. 20 points to 7. The Cheetahs lead the Bulls at the moment. It's about 5 meters inside the half of the Cheetahs. Line out to the Bulls. 20 points to 7. Jan Hendrik Wessels with the throw into this line out. Going to the back, Miller slaps that one back, gets it up now. Chris Smith looking for a bit of space, can't find any. He's caught inside his own half, 2 meters inside on the halfway line. It's Knutse who tries to take that one in for the Bulls, going nowhere. Keegan Johannes now, Lisa Kaboka. He's been one of the disappointments of the game so far for the Bulls. Keegan Johannes, back it comes again now to Norkia. Just waiting for it now. The Bulls on the 10-meter line inside their own half, going nowhere slowly as Keegan Johannes goes with the box kick over the top. The chase now coming. Sunday knocks that one on and the Bulls have got it on the 10-meter line of the Cheetahs now. Keegan Johannes, back it comes. Jan Hendrik Wessels, knocked on by Chris Smith. Play on, says the referee. It's David Brits now in possession on the 10-meter line of the Bulls. We know that ball comes out. It's play on. No. Let's have a look here. So 2 knock-ons then, says the referee. First from the Bulls and then from the Cheetahs. So scrum down to the Cheetahs then. With 25 minutes to play. Sunday knocked that ball on. Taken by Morsi, who took it up for the Bulls. But a couple of handling errors later, and the Cheetahs, they knocked on, and the Bulls as well. So it's going to be a Cheetahs scrum down just inside the half of the Bulls in the middle of the field. Mursabar says, bye-bye, Mr. Guru. I must start the fire. Get ready for the real deal. Stormers is up for this. I will check you later, Mursabar. I will start the fire just after this game. And be ready for that Stormers Leinster game. Right, scrum feet here to the Cheetahs, just inside the half of the Bulls, 5 meters inside in the middle of the field. Pienaar now off the back, gets it out for Tain to Jasper. Jasper now, he's held up in a tackle between the 10 and the halfway line now. Gideon van der Merwe. Good tackle there from Miller Race now. Pienaar again. It's David Brits gets the ball out to the replacement hooker, Marco Jansen van Rensburg. Now it's Brits again for Tain. Quick hands here from the Cheetahs, Sunday. Oh, beautiful step from him. Up over the 22 and still he goes. Now he's going to need support. Oh, he's knocked it on. 5 meters out from the try line. But he's left one of the Bulls for dead. Yeah. What a step from the right winger there. Just enable a little bit of selfishness there as he just needed to pass that ball on the inside. But, whoa, beautiful step. Chris Smith nearly broke an ankle there. Beautiful stepping from him, and then the cover tackle from Miller Race, 5 meters out from the try line, was brilliant. So 62 tackles made by the Bulls, and that one probably the most important in the context of this game. That said, 15 missed tackles also from the Bulls in this one. But there's still a glimmer of hope here for the Bulls in this one. 5 meters out from their own try line. It's a scrum feed now for Keegan Johannes. 20 points to 7 at the moment. The Cheetahs probably just need another try to seal the deal today. Right, so Keegan Johannes with a feed to that scrum there. That ball picked up off the back by Miller Race. Susanna's good, strong second half. Now Keegan Johannes back it comes again now to Knutse, kicks it downfield. He's going to find touch roundabout between the 10 and the 22-meter line of the Bulls. James sê as die Bulle môre so teen Ulster gaan speel, gaan ons 'n baie groot pak slaag kry. Nee, ek stem saam, James. Kyk, Ulster, alhoewel hulle 'n paar van hulle sleutelspelers nie daar het nie, dink ek dit kan 'n lang nag raak vir die Bulle as hulle nie iets spesiaals gaan bring nie. Right, Bernardo off the back now. Here they come. Another replacement on for the Cheetahs, number 20, Daniel Martins as well. Goma now takes it up, pick up by Bernardo on the 10-meter line of the Bulls here. That ball is not going to come up, but a penalty to the Cheetahs there. And I would have probably thought that one was holding on from the Cheetahs. Mossi then penalized there for, I guess, not supporting his body weight. So 20 points to 7 it is then. Michiel Lowe says Bulls will be up for Ulster tomorrow. Yeah, remember, it will be a different team lining up for them, but it's going to be a tough one. Like the Stormers game tonight against Leinster, it's going to be as tough as nails. Oh, that's a really poor call from the referee, I would say. But either way, here comes the Cheetahs now, 10 meters out from the try line. And a chance for Van Rensburg now to throw this one into the back they go. Goma took that one up. That looks suspiciously skew, but play on, says the referee. Taken off the back by Van Rensburg. Now they get it out to Kasande. Knocks that ball on. Bakuna have possession for the Bulls. 5 meters out from their own try line. The referee blows on his whistle. So another let off the hook there for the Bulls for another knock on from Daniel Kasande, the former Pumas player. Yeah, it wasn't a bad pass, just not getting that into the bread basket, unfortunately. More changes now as Joe van Zyl comes on for the Bulls. Jan-Hendrik Wessels done for the evening. Had a solid game. 20 minutes to play in this one. Joe van Zyl on for Jan-Hendrik Wessels now. Solid performance from the youngster. Right, so scrum down into the Bulls here, about 10 meters out from their own try line. About 5 meters out from the left-hand touch line on the Bulls side of the field. 20 minutes to play in this game. Can the Bulls come up with something special in this game? It's 3 tries to the Cheetahs, 1 to the Bulls. And apart from that, it's been a really slow game. The scrum feed from Keegan Johannes, controlled at the back by Miller Race again. Good solid defense this time from the Cheetahs. Martins who made the tackle now. It's kicked downfield. And what does the referee say? Was it offside? Oh, offside by the Bulls in front of the kicker. So penalty to the Cheetahs, 5 meters out from the try line. Jeez, like. Kick to the corner, 5 meters out from the try line here. And the Cheetahs now on the attack. And one feels if they score here, it's game, set, and match. Obstruction, says the referee from the Bulls. Right, so chance now for the Cheetahs to put this game to bed. Marco Jansen van Rensburg with a throw-in. It's taken by Sikakete now. Here comes the driving maul from the Cheetahs. And still going forward is the Cheetahs now. Just 2 meters out from the try line. They're over the try line, but I think it's held out. Oh no, the try's been awarded. Try time to the Cheetahs. And let's see who comes up with the ball. In Goma. Isn't Goma who gets the try, but either way, it's try time to the Cheetahs, and probably with that, the game as well today. David Barry says, morning from Canada. Guru looking forward to Leinster B against the Stormers later today. Nice to see the Cheetahs taking to the Bulls. Good to have you, David. It in fact is a Leinster B side, but nevertheless, they're at home and could be a massive challenge for a Springbok-laden Stormers side. 25 points to 7 with a conversion to come then, as Ruan Pienaar will try and convert this one. I think this is game, set, and match with 18 minutes to play. 25 points to 7 with a conversion to come. 18 minutes left in this encounter. The conversion from Pinar is good as well. So 27 points to 7 it is now. Yeah, it's confirmed there's Siba Barlow Ngoma who got that try for the Cheetahs. 27 points to 7 with 18 minutes to play in this one. Disappointing again from the Bulls today, but given that they got a URC team playing a little bit later tomorrow, it's really building some depth in the squad. Bernardo takes that inside the 22. It's Ruan Pinar waiting for it now. Gets it up to Chakweni. Sets it up inside the 22 for the Cheetahs now. So Ruan Pinar is waiting for this one to come out. Goes with the kick over the top. Bonus point now secured for the Cheetahs as well. So it's going to be up to the Bulls to try and fight their way back in this game. 17 minutes to play. 27 points to 7. The Cheetahs are leading the Bulls here. Joe van Zyl to throw this one in for the Bulls. It's been a really poor second half here for the Bulls. 15 points to 7 it was at halftime. 2 unanswered tries here in the second half by the Cheetahs. And the Cheetahs with the line out, Ruan Pinar off the back. It comes Gideon van der Merwe now. Out to Fortuin. Puts it on the boot, looking for a 50-22. Not going to get it there. And now Knutse with the kick downfield for the Bulls. Going to find touch. Let's see where it goes out. Roundabout, I guess, roundabout on the halfway line. Knutse has been one of the youngsters that has stood out for this Bulls side today. Yeah, it's roundabout on the 10-meter line of the Bulls here. The line out to the Cheetahs. And I'm afraid that this scoreline can get quite big if the Bulls are not going to be able to stop it. It's going to be Marco Jansen van Rensburg to throw this one in, and nearly the line out stolen by the Bulls. But here comes the Cheetahs now. Robert Everson, flat pass out to Daniel Martins. Up to the 10-meter line. They go in the middle of the field. It's a little breakout from van Rensburg there. Now Pinar, Everson, Fortuin. It's taken up by Munir Hartzenberg. He gets man and ball. The kick downfield from the Cheetahs. It's one of the Bulls. The Bulls have secured the ball on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Now Chris Smith driven back in the tackle. It's Bernard van der Linde waiting for it. Gets it out to Keegan Johannes. Puts it on the boot for the Bulls. And that's a really good kick from Keegan Johannes. It's going to roll into touch. It's a 50-22. And it's a line out to the Bulls. 10 meters out from the try line. So an opportunity here for the Bulls now. They need to score now if they want any chance in this game. 15 minutes to go. Yeah, massive kick there from Keegan Johannes. From almost his own 22, getting that one out. And I remember somebody mentioned it earlier in the first half that the Bulls are wasting this guy at scrum half. He looks much better as a 10 and showing some skill there. So number 22 onto the field for the Bulls as well now is, let's have a look here, Adrian Joubert on for the Bulls. To the back they go. Reinhard Ludwig takes that one in now. Here comes the driving ball from the Bulls. Penalty advantage, sacking that one. It's the Bulls now. Oh, that ball spills out the back. Lionel Mapu now, but the referee's going to call them back for sacking that ball. So, yeah, it is what it is. Lawrence Victor now also onto the field here for the Cheetahs in the place of Victor Sekekete. No, apologies, it's Reina Bernardi who leaves the field. So what can the Bulls do from here? One kind of feels that this is the last opportunity for them with 15 minutes to play. There isn't a player down at the moment, so we're going to stop the clock and We turn it back there to 25. So 15 minutes to play in this one. It's the Cheetahs 27, the Bulls 7. And more replacements coming on for the Cheetahs as well now. Let's have a look. Yeah, Lawrence Victor onto the field for them, as well as Bernard van der Linde for the Bulls. So I guess all the replacements now onto the field here. It's just a Piwa Mafura who is still waiting for the Bulls, for the Cheetahs. And then the Bulls side, we still got Sebastian Lombard to come on, as well as Johan Mostert. So the Bulls going for the corner. The kick goes out 5 meters out from the try line. Can the Bulls set up an attack here? 27 points to 7 at the moment. Joe van Zyl with a throw in, finds Ludwig. The driving ball now set up by the Bulls. Can they get this going forward? It's not really moving anywhere at the moment, and it looks like the Cheetahs might have stolen this. It's gone to ground. Scrum down to the Cheetahs, and really poor from the Bulls. 27 points to 7, and it's a scrum down to the Cheetahs, 5 meters out from their own try line. They've suffocated this Bulls side today. And looking by the votes, 44 people said that the Bulls can still come back. I think that is pretty much it as far as the comeback is concerned now. Right, so scrum down to the Cheetahs then. 5 meters out from their own try line. It's 27 points to 7. So the Cheetahs have done enough, I think. Worthy of the 5-pointer today against this Bulls side. Playing at home, they definitely needed to get the 5-pointer against probably a B or C team of the Bulls today. So 27-7. Off the back, waiting for it now. Gideon van der Merwe takes it up beautifully. 10 meters out. Another penalty to the Cheetahs. The high tackle from the Bulls. And it must be frustrating for all Bulls supporters at the moment. Not just the scoreboard, but the penalties also counting against the Bulls here today. That kick finds touch on the halfway line. So the Cheetahs now with a line out right on halfway on the left-hand side of the field for them. An opportunity for the Cheetahs to put more misery on this Bulls side. It's going to be Marco Jansen van Rensburg to throw this one in. Here comes Ruan Creer also onto the field for the Cheetahs now in the place of Ruan Pienaar. And a lot has been said about this guy, Ruan Creer. Watch out for him. Maybe he'll get snapped up by one of the bigger unions soon. A talented youngster for this Cheetahs side as well. It's taken by Sikakete at the back. Here comes the driving ball from the Cheetahs now. 5 meters inside the Bulls half now. Ruan Creer waiting for it now. It's going to work the blind side. It's Fortuin. No, it's a beautiful pass to Meneer Hartzenberg. Oh, just couldn't get the pass back to Fortuin, and then the Bulls pick it up. It's Lisa Nkaboka, and he's funneled into touch between the 10 and the 22-meter line. They're going to come back first for a knock-on from the Cheetahs, though. So scrum down to the Bulls, as Lisa Nkaboka stayed down for the Bulls. Gonna have to stop the clock right there. Meneer Hartzenberg with a lovely little dart there. Just couldn't get that pass back to Reinhard Fortuin. And with 11 minutes to play in this one, 20 points the difference. The Cheetahs are home and dry. Don't see any comeback here for this Bulls side in this one, unfortunately for the Bulls supporters. Remember, we will be doing the Leinster versus Stormers game at 9:30 tonight as well. For those of you who are interested to hear what's happening on the field, the Stormers have selected their strongest possible side for that game against Leinster for a top-of-the-table clash between the Irish Giants and the Springbok Giants. So on comes Jacques van Rooyen now for the Bulls in the place of Lisa Nkaboka. So let's see if play will continue. Yeah, they're going to get going. So Judge Wendy says they can't wait any longer. It's going to be a bull scrum here, 5 meters outside of their own 22, 5 meters from the right-hand touchline. And yeah, if they want the miracle, it's going to have to happen now, in the next minute or so. Willie SP van Greven sê ek is 'n Blauwel ondersteuner, maar solank die unie soos hulle agterstelle oor rugby redeneer, kan hulle in hulle dinges invlieg. En dan James, will you do the Bulls versus Ulster tomorrow? Absolutely. So the Bulls are now starting to run this from inside their own 22 here. It's Quinwin Norkia who tried to make a bit of distance. It's kicked over the top by Bernard van der Linde. And that ball is going to roll about 2 meters out from the Cheetahs try line as Cohen Jasper puts it on the boot. Not going to find touch now. Snoets gets it out to Keegan Johannes now. Similani gets it out now to Norkia again. Space open up for the Bulls now. Almost up to the 22 they go. 5 meters outside. Gideon van der Merwe plays that ball on the ground. And a penalty to the Bulls. So the Bulls now will probably kick this to the corner again. Yeah, they do exactly that and find touch about 10 meters out from the try line. So Willie, I feel your pain at the moment. Jy weet so hoe lank terug? 3 jaar terug tussen die Bulle Tops by Dwayne Vermeulen en beheer van hulle en dit was Super Rugby unlock en dit was Currie Cup. So die Bulle was in 'n baie goeie posisie in daai tyd. So dinge het 'n bietjie geskuif daar na die Stormers se kant toe nou. So ja, nee, dit is moeilik. Die Bulle het baie spelers verloor en hulle het 'n paar skuwe gemaak. So byt net 'n bietjie vas. Hulle sal verbeter. And then again to James, we will be doing a couple of games tomorrow. I think it's 3 games in total. So we've got the Sharks game at 5 o'clock, I think. We've got the Lions at 3 o'clock. And then we've got another game, I think, the Bulls versus Ulster at 9:30 tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, I will also be doing the Western Province versus Sharks game for the Currie Cup clash. So plenty of rugby to come on the channel. So don't forget to press that like button and subscribe to the channel for more live commentary on all the games of the weekend. Right, so here we go. Line up. It's overthrown by the Bulls, and here comes the Cheetahs. They kick downfield from Fortuin, straight down the middle. It's Knutse back for it. He's going to try and have a run. No, he's caught by Martins. Gets the pass away to Van der Linde. Puts it on a boot. Straight down the middle. It's Fortuin now back for it. Gets it out to Cohen Jasper. Or Jasper Cohen, sorry. And he's going to kick that directly into touch. And I think it was outside his 22 was Cohen Jasper there. So let's just see where that lineout's going to be. 9 minutes to play in this game. 27 points to 7 it is for the Cheetahs. Bonus points secured. No, he was inside his 22. So line out 5 meters inside the half of the Bulls with Joe van Zyl to throw this one in for them. Finds Reinhard Ludwig, who's been really disappointing today. Keegan Johannes flat pass to Similani. We've hardly seen him today on the field. Lionel Mapu now, Norkia. Here's a chance now. You bear up to the 10-meter line they go. Gonna need support now as the Bulls. Van der Linde gets it out to Jacques van Rooyen. Push back in the tackle on the Cheetahs 10-meter line. Van der Linde again. He gets it out to the replacement number 19. Is it John van der Westhuizen? A beautiful break there from Knuts, but the referee says it's obstruction again from the Bulls. So, yeah, you can see the inexperience there from the youngsters today. I mean, give these guys another 2-3 years and you'll see how good this Bulls side will be. Guys like, definitely guys like Jean van der Westhuizen, Bernard van der Linde, Jean Mostert, a guy like Franco Knutse and Quinwin Norkia, as well as Kubela Makuna and Keegan Johannes, quality youngsters coming through the Blue Bulls ranks. That kick from Fortuin not going to find touch, and it's Keegan Johannes to the kick downfield, which he will find touch, but quickly thrown in by Cohen Jasper. Gets the pass out to Meneer Hartzenberg now from the 10-meter line inside his own half. Puts a little kick in, but Ludwig has collected that for the Bulls on the 10-meter line inside Bulls territory. Now it's Simelani who tries to kick it, but kicks it straight into one of the Cheetahs. And now it's David Brits. Gets the pop pass out to Robert Everson. Back on the inside to Ruan Creer now. Here they come all. It's knocked on by Cohen Jasper. Advantage to the Bulls. 15 meters out from their own try line. And it's going to be a penalty to the Bulls. They're playing that ball on the ground as the Cheetahs. Bernard van der Linde looks like he's going to kick this downfield for them. Another great passage of play from the Cheetahs there. Some exciting running rugby from them. Bits and parts in here in the second half. There's a kick downfield from Knutse again. The standout Bulls player today, the youngster Franco Knutse at fullback. Definitely have been the Bulls' best player on the field, apart from a valiant effort from Miller Race in the second half as well, which comes down to man of the match today. And if I go through this team lineup today, Frans Steyn was really good when he was on the field and played some really good rugby as well. The likes of Jean-André Rudolph has been quite exceptional, but I think my man of the match is going to go to the hooker of the Cheetahs, Marnus van der Merwe, who was replaced about 15 minutes ago. So we'll see who the man of the match will be from their side. But for me, personally, I think Marnus van der Merwe deserves it. Now it's the Bulls from the halfway line. It's taken up by Lionel Mapu. It's Van der Linde back. It comes again. Knutse now. Keegan Johannes. Now it's Norkia. He's starting to get lively now in his last minutes. Goes to the little kick ahead. It's going to go directly into touch, unfortunately for him. And it's going to be a line out to the Cheetahs on the 10-meter line inside Cheetahs half. He's showing plenty of gas as Norkia, Quinton Norkia. Mafura also on the field here for the Cheetahs now. 5 minutes to play in this game. Cheetahs 27, Bulls 7. Marco Jansen van Rensburg with a feed to the line out. That's not straight. And it will be a scrum down to the Bulls. Players look a little bit tired. Yeah, that was horribly skewed to Sekakete. We've seen a couple of those throughout the game that wasn't blown, and then we saw a couple of them 5 meters out from the try line where one of the teams, both sides, were on their way to score tries, and the referee called them back for the throw not in straight. Bernard van der Linde then with a feed to the scrum for the Bulls between the 22 and the 10 inside Cheetahs half. Another youngster looking pretty good so far as this Van der Linde came onto the field late in the second half. Now it's Keegan Johannes, the pass out to Simelani, who's been absolutely nowhere in this game today. Van der Linde gets it back to Jacques du Plessis. Another disappointing performance from him as well. Bernard van der Linde now waiting for it. Comes back Keegan Johannes, Lionel Mapu on the halfway line. Bulls are playing backwards at the moment. Again, Van der Linde. Out it comes to Simelani now on the 10-meter line of the Cheetahs. Can they make some ground here? Jacques van Rooyen and Keegan Johannes. Throws the ball loosely and picked up by the Cheetahs. It's Mafura who's got possession now for the Cheetahs on their own 10-meter line. It's Cohen Jasper now gets the pass out. And here comes Kasande back on the inside. Was there a forward pass? Yes, there was on the halfway line. Mike says, how's it, Guru? Thanks for the great commentary. Thanks, Mike. Really appreciate it. Then Jacques Groenewald says, nee, hulle word wakker. Wat gaan aan met julle? Kom nou, ons moet wen, julle is agter. Well, it's almost over. It's in the second half, Jock. So, yeah, a minute and a half to go. 2 minutes to go, really. And 27 points to 7. It's all Cheetahs at the moment. 11J says, hi, I hope you are well. Thanks, 11J said, I'm good, thanks. Hope things are good your side as well. Right, so Bernard van der Linden in with the feet to the scrum here. Still haven't seen who they've selected as man of the match. I'm going with Manus van der Merwe, the hooker of the Cheetahs today. Now Lionel Mapu trying to work his magic, gets caught in the midfield by Mafura, and it's going to be a penalty to the Bulls. Playing that ball on the ground, coming in from the side. So, yeah, just playing down the time here. Kicking that to the corner is the Bulls, finding touch 10 meters out from the try line. Nathan Barker says, appreciate all the work you put in, mate. This year has been great for rugby so far. So much to come. Yeah, thanks, Nathan. Really appreciate the support as well, man. Starting to upload old rugby videos as well, leading up to the Rugby World Cup later this year. We've still got the URC, the Heineken Cup, the Currie Cup. I've stayed away from Super Rugby because they've, last year when I did I think it was the final that I did, I got a strike and I wasn't able to do the URC final, which cost me quite badly. The Cheetahs have won that line out, and Kasande now charging up to 22 here. Still they come as the Cheetahs now with just a minute to play in this game. As Fortuin kicks that downfield into the hands of Nortje now. Nortje goes high up into the air, and that's a horrible kick into touch. So line out to the Cheetahs just outside the 22. Mike says, major problems in the Bulls camp. Well, look, apart from that terrible loss that they got against the Pumas the other day, we must remember that they are playing with a second string side here, and I think it's something to do with chemistry in the side. Not the right players picked for the right position. The split hasn't worked completely for me. Stick to your strong side. Let them play off the bench if they need to. Don't transfer them to the Currie Cup side. Get that consistency going with a certain group of players. Right, the Cheetahs still on the attack now. Kasande from, another big step from him. Up over the 22 he goes. Passes back on the inside. It's a knock-on from the Bulls. So the Cheetahs have got possession. Fortuin now. Flat pass out to Chakweni. On the 22-meter line they come now. Creer gets it out to Daniel Martin. Steps back on the inside. A quick little pass now to Robert Jeverson, Ruan Creer. And it's Jasper Cohen for the try. And it's the Cheetahs' fifth try of the game. And it's 32 points to 7. With the conversion to come next time for this game as well. Barry Turnbull says, looks like the Sharks and Bulls have lost their way. Yeah, the Sharks definitely in the Currie Cup. While I still have a lot of hope for them in the URC and the Heineken Cup, Barry. 11J says, similar to the Lions in the Currie Cup last year. Absolutely. And then Jacques Groenewald, Spilly Bille Weermore. Yeah, they are playing tomorrow against Ulster. So this is a B line. But can't really say because Jake White has split the team into two groups basically. Both sides inexperienced mixed with some experience. So you can't really say that. Blaise says, Bulle is deesdae die vloerlap van Suid-Afrikaanse rugby. Almal vee hulle dinge af met die bal stry. Sies. Yeah, I know. It's tough, Blaise, to be on a losing side. Cheetahs 32, Bulls 7 with the last conversion of the game. And that kick is going to go short and wide. So final score here today, 32 points to 7. And it's really disappointing from a Bulls perspective. Well, hopefully they'll do better tomorrow when they play Ulster. But another hammering of the Bulls, 32-7. 5 tries to 1 today. The Cheetahs undefeated in the Currie Cup this year. with the Bulls slacking way behind at the moment. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to be back at around 9:25 tonight South African time for the Leinster versus Stormers game in the United Rugby Championship. But until then, I will see you guys later. Have a really good evening, and thanks again for all the support. Cheers for now.